Should be live. Okay, we're live. Give me a second there. Alright, cool. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. So, welcome to episode 66 of Dank's Daily Trades. And what a freaking godly like candle that happened overnight during Asia. Asia has pumped it. Told you guys that, when it comes to the Asians, they're the one who actually are moving the market. It's not the Europeans, it's not even the Americans. It's the Asians. The Asians are the one that's actually doing all this movement there. But freaking hell, I didn't expect it to be that strong, to be honest. In all honesty, that's a madness right there. Playing it range to range, right? So same things going on there. If you took the longs, happy days. I actually cut the short. I cut the long yesterday, and I was like, ECB whatnot, and I see price was consolidating. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just take it easy, nothing too major, and overnight, bang, it just popped like quite crazy. I did think that Monday's low was gonna actually be retested, so I took a small little trade yesterday night. I took a small little trade for longs. I'll explain in just a moment there. And I was targeting to like towards monthly open. My extended targets, I left it on monthly open and whatnot, and it hit the monthly open and bang, it just smashed over it. So in hindsight, right, we could have played it a lot more higher. To be honest, I could have played it a lot more higher. But I mean, if you guys follow the plans that we had from yesterday and the day before and whatnot, I think it was on Friday we actually make all these plans, the major plans in terms of the short. Was it Friday we talked about like key support? I think something along the lines of that. And then anyway, but it popped up. Now we're looking for. The question is, what happens next in it? Because everyone's wondering, like, look, the market's going up like stupidly. Is it bull season coming again? Is it like a lower high coming on? Is like what's going on? Is this a fake out? No one really knows what's going on in entirely. But the gist of it really is we're still in a macro bear market, right? So having a push up is not a problem, but we can play this level to level. And I'm actually looking at the weekly levels that we talked about, and it's rejecting off there. Well, we'll talk about that there in just a moment. We'll go through the whole thing there. So let's give a quick shout out to who's here. We've got Vegeta, Dakoots, Fatih, how you doing, guys, man? John Kaboosh, morning, man. Derry, Crypto Cruise, how's it going, man? Everything's all good. Art Gemini, bless you, my bro, for coming in. Final Country Club's always here. Bless you, my bro. Meltdown, morning. Jolly Cookie Play, what's going on? Marta's here again. We've got David Bott. Jumma Mubarak to you too as well. John Kaboosh. Closed the position 2 hours before he started. Shit, yeah. I mean, look, sometimes what happens is like, I went in half play. I went in with half risk last night. And I was like, okay, I'll play half risk and see what happens. Because I bagged up some profits yesterday. 2 hours. I think it came about 2 hours in total, 2.2 hours, whatever the bullshit was. I was like, look, if I go half risk, right? If I get stopped out, I lose half an hour. So he comes out to 1.7 hour throughout the work. So I was like, play it like that. I am, because do you know when I posted the chart? The key was when I posted the chart for Euro USD, right? I don't know if you guys saw it. I will show you guys in a bit. That's what made me go, you know what? It's definitely worth a long here. And fucking hell, right? But you have to remember one thing. When you get like a strong candle like that, wait for a pullback. Don't enter in now, right? We look for bullishness. If bullishness happens, we'll make the plans on BTC, Ethereum, and the lot, okay? But let's see what happens now. Who else we got? We got Jordan Doherty. How you doing, my brother? Stop down on Atom. We got Artemis here. We got, who else we got? We got Gabor. Morning to you, Gabor. Piotr, Guna, Kenneth. Morning to you guys. Should we change sleep times? Where are you from, Gabor? Sound like from like a Beretsky? Sound like Eastern European with a surname. But where are you from there? Derry, Dakoots, we got as usual. Cryptique, how's it going? Can we play the old weekly range again? Yeah, the weekly range for me, the old weekly range is still here. I'll show you. I still got it here. This old weekly range is nothing but a gold mine, really, actually. Look, we found resistance at the mid range. You see here. You got resistance over here, a bit of deviation, support, comes back down, resistance, shoots up, pulls support, resistance, comes back as a deeper pullback, support, and then we consolidate over here, sells off, and again, it's resistance. The mid-range is always going to be pivotal. That's why I always say to you guys, when you start playing the ranges, right, you play low to mid to high. It's always going to be like that. Nothing really changes there. So as long as you keep it from there, I'd definitely be scaling up profits because right now there's an opportunity for shorts to come back for a pullback over here. We'll talk about that in just a second there. I got Tony DeRay, what's going on? Mo, how you doing? Gandalf went long last night and BTC was at 19.3. Good man, that's really cool. You're from Hungary, so well to be honest, right? Hungary, what's the time? What's the time zone at the moment? It's like 1 hour. Is it 1 hour ahead of us? Time in Hungary. Let's have a look. Time in 11:21. Yeah, you're 1 hour ahead. You don't need to change those sleeping patterns. I mean, if you're awake during the Asian time, you're awake during the Asian time. I wasn't awake. I was just chilling and whatnot, taking things a lot more easier. But really, like, you don't need to change nothing, to be honest. Who else we got? We got Balint. How you doing, Balint? You're from Hungary too. Well, shout out to the Hungary champions over there. Big love to these guys, man. To the Eastern Europeans, the Polish people. FMG's Polish as well. Got a lot of love for him. We got the Romanians. We got the Hungarians. Hungarians. I was gonna say Hungarians. Big love to you guys as well. Dubsdorf is here. UTC +2. Yeah. So you're 1 hour ahead of the UK time. And AD, what's going on? The orange range, is that last week's range? No. Actually, it's a long time ago. That's what it is. I'll show you. So going 4 hours. No, 4 hours. Fuck that. On the weekly, as you can see, this range is from a long time ago, right? We're talking about the range from the 20th of June if you go on the weekly. That's the range I'm using, the high and the low, and then use the Fibonacci, and that's all the whole thing. And you can see it's breaking down. Fuck, I was trying to time a short. I really was trying to time a short. But never mind. We'll have a look at what's going on. That's why I was a little bit late for like a minute or two. Long BTC at an 18.7 Ning. Freaking hell. Ning is a freaking champ, innit? 18.7. That's like the lows that happened there. But fair play. Really good to hear that as well. Running somewhere, morning. We got a lot of fucking champs here, man. Fucking hell. Alright, let's get cracking then. Alright, so what's happened on the daily, right? Daily wise, I mean, we know the weekly range is there. And we said from range low, hold above it, 25%, and then range, and then mid range, right? Obviously, you got the monthly open. We smashed above the monthly open. And what did we say about the monthly open? If we're below and above. We're below the monthly open, we're bullish. Sorry. Below the monthly open, we're bearish. Above the monthly open, we're bullish there. Now the question is, right, so now that we come into this area here, we're going to have a pullback, right? How far is this pullback? Does this pullback comes all the way to last week's Monday's high? Because that was capping the market. This is a range in itself. Can you see that? So does it come back here, hold support, and then we come back to the mid-range, and then reclaim and carry on higher? We don't even know. Or does it have a T-bar pullback to 25% range, 25% on the range, the weekly range, and then reclaim the Monday's high, well, last week's Monday's high, and then go to mid-range, and then reclaim? Does that happen? Or does it come even more deeper into the monthly open? Come back, hold support the monthly open, and then reclaim. It's a range-bound environment back in there. You play from the mid to high, and then from the high, you break out to the mid-range up high. We'll make the plans a bit more in detail for you guys, so you guys can see how things are working there. But the key really is at the moment, is that now that you're mid-range, do we buy anything right now? Are we going to buy any alts? Are we going to buy any Bitcoin or any Ethereum? Fuck no. Alright? Don't be buying anything just yet. Alright? Be patient. Don't fall into the sucker move of this bullish move. Because you know why? The moment you start buying over here, right? You start buying over there, here at the top or whatever, and price come back all the way to the monthly open, most people will be so scared to start selling over here. And then when we start reclaiming levels, like, start buying again. No. We wait for plans, we make plans, and we go there level to level, okay? It's always level to level, nothing else changes there. I mean, the question is this now, right? If we reclaim the mid-range, right, and hold above it, where is the targets? For me, the targets off this weekly range, right, you have to go to the low of this level here, right? That's not right. That's not straight. Very disrespectful to lines. There we go. That's more straight there. The low, the base of this consolidation and the low over here on the daily, which comes on 75% of the range, holds above it, go into this area, reclaim, and then range high. There's equal highs over here to take out these highs over there, and we're playing a range bound environment. It's low to mid, mid to high. So reclaim the mid. You know where we're going to go for. Extended targets are going to range high. Once we get above and hold above, we'll see what happens. Do we fill out all this inefficiency that's going on over here? You see, we got all this inefficiency right over here. Do we fill all this out to the 23k targets that people were talking about from the other day, and then start breaking down? And then this is just a lower high, and then playing a lot more low. We don't really know. We're going to play this level to level. That's the weekly range. But I do want to touch on to the July's range. Look what happened in July's range. July's range shows me that we can still pull back. I mean, let me mark this out. I do need to mark out the monthly range actually. Sorry, not the monthly range. Monthly open. Give me a second there. So monthly open comes in. That's the first. It's right here. That's the monthly open. But that's purple, so I know what's going on. And if I just coordinates, not text, type in monthly open. At least now I know what's going on there. Okay. So July's range still shows me that we still got some more moves to go up. At least to this area over here. From here, maybe a bounce, reclaim, and then mid-range. But ideally, we're looking at this base of consolidation as a target, and then this as another target at mid-range. And then from there, we'll look at the next set of targets to come into this area, which fills out all this inefficiency again, which we're talking about 23.2. And then see, I don't know, I'm just saying, I don't know, see if we squeeze in to the next area right of, I'd say here. What I say? Probably there. I say here. Yeah. The next set of targets will be there, and then range high, and that's it. Keep it nice and simple, nothing too complicated. Because look, we can still come back down and play the range back down, or we don't even know if we're gonna break up and fill out all this inefficiency that's going on the left hand side further beyond back in June time going into May. So there's a lot of plans going on. There's a lot of ideas going on in terms of Bitcoin of what the potential move is. But do not forget one thing: we're still in a bear market. Macro bear market is still in place. The global economics is not looking good. We do have FOMC coming up in about 2 weeks time, I believe. Yeah, 2 weeks time is going to happen, and that's when the Feds has clearly explained and opened up and said that they are going to be actually looking to raise the the hikes are still going on. Whether it's at 50 or 75, we don't fucking know. But that's not very good if you ask me. If you tell me like we're still like rising hikes, some people are like, oh yeah, we're going to 50 now. That's probably good. That's better. Yeah, it is. But we're still in a bear market. Bear market are raising hikes. You know, the Feds are still raising hikes. So we take it easy. Don't get too complacent by one godly candle. You know what I'm saying? So keep it really, yeah. CPI next week. That's right. CPI is next week, and then the following week is FOMC. So we do have some quite key relevant things that's going to happen in the market coming in the next couple of days. Okay, no, couple of days, couple of weeks. So what's going on? Let's see what's everyone saying. Crypto crews, we are bullish. Set was clear. That's exactly where I should have taken it. Yeah. Yeah. Set was clear. It was clear. It was open there. Just because I cut the trade itself doesn't mean you entirely follow me as well. But like I was just being a bit patient as well because of the whole ECB thing that was going on yesterday. Didn't really like it that much, and like on lower time frame, it looked like we can go a lot more lower. Well, not a lot more lower. We can actually go back to it for a bit of a deeper retest. And I was looking for a retest to actually hold above, but then we can play the game up because again, while we're at support, this is all support. All this range low is that support. You can't deny that as support, and it's been pretty clear, to be honest. It's been really. That's it. Yeah, there you go. It's been pretty clear, right? That range low over here did stop run. One more stop run over here, reclaim this, and then this is where it closed. We had a bit of a small body candle, then bang, shut up like a motherfucker. So we don't know what's next, but we're gonna play this level to level, all right? So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna do a lower time frame. We do know this. Keep this in mind that July's range is still in play. This is out of the question. You know, the lows over here is definitely out of the questions. Why? Well, if it was to be bearish, what I was wanted to see is something like this, right? Come down, lose this low over here, find resistance, swipe these lows, and I was looking for a potential double bottom and then reclaim, and off we go. That would have been quite sweet. That would have been a very horrible way for actually play, you know, for most people because they were very bullish. But you never, the thing is, the one thing about trading is you never ever cut the idea of both sides. All right, you have to take into account that there can be a stop run, there can be a deeper pullback, a really strong retracement. We don't even fucking know. So when you have these plans and you're aware, you're prepared for both sides of the market. So when shit happens, you're not really afraid. You're not really jumping in with FOMOing on longs or shorts. You're just playing it as, okay, this is where we at. This is the way you gotta think of. You gotta think when it comes to trading. It's be very calm. All right, it's like surgery. It's like fucking surgery. You know, you got a surgeon, and you're watching the surgeon. The surgeon's fucking cutting some man open, for whatever reason, right? Because I don't know, he's doing surgery now, obviously, and like, but the hands is calm and still, and the way they're thinking is like whatever comes out where there's a lot of blood, or this is like a bullet, if someone got shot, for example, they know exactly how to play. And when you're trading, right, when you have these plans, it's exactly the same, pretty much the same concept. This is like your surgery. Your plan is your surgery. You know what you're doing. So when shit hits the fan, you know what to do, right? So okay, so we know right here, right? If we were to look at this chart, you're like, okay, this is actually found resistance on this area. Yeah? Oops. Just off this, you say, oh yeah, this is very found resistance. Of course, it's gonna find resistance. But most people will be looking for this area here. And the question is, why do we not go into this area, but why do we actually find resistance of this low? But if we use a different chart, the weekly chart, this is a macro chart. This is much more of a grander scale of more price action encapsulated in one area. But if you look at the weekly chart that we've been talking about, it makes sense. You're like, but hang on a second, motherfuckers. It's actually just coming to the mid-range. That's where it was. Yes, it did come into this low. I agree with that, right? Into this area. But from a range band perspective, you knew straight away, this is mid-range, you were taking profit. If you were long, this is where you were definitely taking profits. Make sense? So stop loss to E right away. I'll put some buys, spot buys and trigger orders and above this. Yeah, let's have a look. Everyone's doing the same solid resistance right now. Yeah, don't FOMO and stop looking at Twitter. That's the thing is, like, look, like I said to you, I said to you guys a while back ago, in the bear market, most people run away because they don't know how to trade them at the bear market. The ones who actually are here consistently, for example, we got trader EXO, we got trader SC, we got Muro, amongst other names, FMG I can think of. Who else do we got who's actually charting a lot? I mean, you guys see who's actually charting a lot, and these guys who are there, they're the ones that are the real ones. The ones who actually disappeared, who's gone on holiday or posting food a lot and do nothing but post food. You know that. What value do you add? You gotta always ask yourself, what value do they add for you to follow someone? Don't follow someone because they got followers. Bear market is a whole different game. A bear market, it really is like, are you a trader or are you just gassing it during the bull market? And really is 99% of people, including the small time like degens and whatever, like the gas in the market, but it doesn't really matter anyway. But you see that, you know what I'm saying? You see who's the legitimate ones and who's not the legitimate ones. Nothing wrong with them. Some people just don't know how to trade. You know, doesn't understand price action, and it's fine if they don't understand price action. Of course, they're not going to talk, and I respect that. I respect when someone actually, you know, like there's certain things that I may not know, and someone else have a better knowledge on, and I'll just shut the fuck up and listen to them. Right? This is like, for example, when SE speaks and he's, you know, whatever he says and whatever, I listen to what he says because I know, yo, listen, this guy is actually the king when it comes. He's the GOAT, right? And I'm gonna respect what he says and listen to it and take things what he says and whatnot. So, and there's other people like SC XO is another one, for example. He's very good macro scale or whatever. And when he talks about the macro, I may have a difference of opinion with other traders. Like, for example, I'll give you an example, right? I'm not shitting on anyone. There was a lot of people looking at longs on Ethereum, right? They were looking longs for Ethereum for a while. And I was saying like, you know what, I was looking for a short. And we played the short. You know, back into the monthly open. And the same with Bitcoin, we play the short back down. You know, and then when it pulls back up, then we play the longs up there. So it's not a big deal. That's the thing is with trading, depending on your kind of style. My style is lower time frame, as most of you are aware. And I just play the market as it is, one step at a fucking time. Nothing else, you know, nothing too major. And even look at Ethereum. Before we even make plans, look at Ethereum. Where's it come to? Right here. 2021's Q2 range low, you know? So we're gonna find resistance, right? You shouldn't be buying anything here. You shouldn't be buying spot buys over here. Let the market pull back. Show us bullishness. If it reclaims and holds above it, then yeah. Then we say, okay, you know what? You want to put some spot buys? Fucking spot buy. You want to go long on a leverage trade? Fucking long the leverage trade. But let it do its thing. Don't long at resistance. This is resistance. No matter what you're gonna say, right? No matter what anyone says, this is always gonna be resistance. Look at this, right? From here, support. We lose it. Resistance. We come up there, lose it. Resistance. It's gonna be resistance. Let it reclaim and hold above it. Then we fucking talk all the way up there. But then we start talking about bigger trend line moves and where it's gonna go. 2K, 2.5K. I don't know. We don't know. No one really knows, right? No one's a magician at this stuff. No one's got a crystal ball. So we just take this level to level, right? Smash the fucking likes and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We're gonna get this going on there. So Asgar, walaikum salam. Bless you, man. Big respect for that, man. Appreciate that. I'm so let's see what's going on. CPR next week. I'm assuming you stream this week. Nah, I don't, dude. Mo, you see the thing is right. Don't worry about missing streams here and there and whatever. I'm gonna try to figure out a way where, because I understand like there's a lot of people who actually have work commitments and family commitments as well, and they can't sit on the or even let the stream play. I totally understand that. So I need to try and figure out a way to accommodate some of those as well, and how I'm gonna do that. I need to figure it out. So we'll figure some shit out there. But anyway. No, it's not. Hasib, it's not out yet. Oh, sorry, is it full? No, not yet. I believe it's not. I haven't updated it yet, to be honest. I have got a couple of more emails. Who sent me sorry, not emails. DMs sent me emails. I do need to update it. I haven't really checked the numbers. I think we're getting very close to filling it up completely. But if you guys are interested in in coming on to Dank's Country Club, all you gotta do is literally send me a DM on under Dank C Club or Trader Dank or whatever. And literally just send me your email address, and then I'll add you onto the list as well. But yeah, I haven't updated it. It is Jummah today, so happy Friday, Jummah Mubarak to all you guys. Wishing you a lot of love and success and happiness for you and your family. But yeah, leave that with me, and I will actually get that all updated and finish that all off as well. So then I can actually tell you what's up as well. If those everyone, I think 90% of people actually got a response back from me saying, yeah, I've added you on. If you haven't got a message, I'll have to do that today. I have to get it done today, okay? So what's going on? Who else have we got here? Vegeta, I ain't forgot about you, my bro. Never forgot about you. Steam, what's going on, Steam? 80 in the house. Got Goonie here. We got fucking, what's going on? I'm changing nappy for my daughter. Oh, bless you, my bro. It would be cool if you could start. Yeah, timestamp. That's another thing as well. Timestamp is another thing that I need to add on as well. I've been a bit lazy by that. I'll be very honest with you. I've been a bit lazy about it, and I was like, oh, fuck. But yeah, I have to add that on. The timestamps make it a lot easier for everyone else, actually. Yeah, that's how I accommodate. That's how I would actually accommodate everyone else. Just put the timestamp on there, so they can actually just run through it. All right, I'll do that today. So from today, I'll start doing the timestamp there. All right, cool. Let's get cracking then. So, what the fuck are we doing? We're doing BTC in it. Alright, so what is happening, right? So we know we're at the mid-range, right? So if we drop you down to the time frame, let's go on the 1 hour, see what's going on there. Okay, so we are finding some sort of resistance at the mid-range. Now the question is, do we fill out all this inefficiency here? That's the scary thing. You got to ask yourself when you look at a chart, you start breaking it down one question at a time, and you gotta really be harsh on it. Right, be harsh on your work, and you start looking at this. So the first thing I'm gonna run you down the things I think of to make my plans. Okay, so the first question I'll ask myself, okay, so we had a strong push up, right? Do we come back down quite easily? Because it's an equal measure move. I wouldn't be surprised. Would you be surprised if we come back down over here to range low? That's the question. I generally wouldn't. The reason why is, well, we had a strong move up, and then we have a strong move back down, or we can have a grind back down. So there's a few things I need to remember, right? Number one, when I see a strong move up, that's not a good sign to me. That's not really a good sign, especially in a bear market. The reason why is that it's unnatural. I'd rather see a grind up, right? When you get a grind up, then what happens is you start seeing like there's accumulation. So you got further accumulation here, a bit of a deviation, and further more accumulation over here. Before we have the breakout, then the retest, and then the expansion move, okay? That's the one thing I need to ask myself. So if we are going to come back down, right, which is very possible to come back into this space, right, to fill out all this inefficiency, because we have to agree, right, this is an unnatural move right there. What are the levels we need to be aware of, and where can there be higher time frame support for me to actually be concerned about, so I don't go all the way back down over here, okay? But in case we just have a pullback. Number one, we know that this level over here is last week's Monday's high. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We've got above it, clean smash up. So that's good. So that's a clean sign for me to go long, right? But obviously with mid-range, we know that we're going to have a pullback. So if the pullback's going to happen, number one, at the very minimum, all right, will be something. I'll drop it down to 15 minutes actually. So at the very minimum, right, so you guys can see that. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, you can see the deviation and whatnot. Right, so at the very minimum, right, to come back down, right, so this is the high over there. It's a mean. The reason why this is a mean is like price is choppy around this area here, okay? We lose this low here. It's a range band environment that we're facing. That's approximately the mid-range over here. Let it do its thing, right? If we start losing this, then I've been looking for the originally the range high. Then from the range high itself, on Monday's range high, I'll start watching how the price is going. Do I enter in a buy over here? No, I wouldn't do that just yet. The reason why is because we can go a bit more lower for a deeper pullback, because we still got all this thin ass fucking movement over here. On the 15 minutes, it looks horrible. It's not horrible, but it's a very, very thin ass move, right? So first thing is, now we're looking at this. Do we break down further for a deeper pullback and come into the monthly open? This is going to be the key point of me for looking for longs, especially over here, right? Just over here. Because why? Because if we're above the monthly open, right? Any move above the monthly open and retest and hold above it is bullishness. If we're below the monthly open, any retest of the monthly open is bearish, right? And breakdown is bearish. So if we have a price action like that, that's good. Price action like that is bad. Okay, everyone can agree with that. So we gotta look at it this way. So do we come over here and from the monthly open, do we hold above it, show bullishness on the lower time frame, and going up to range high, and then break up, and then this something like this, and then we can play back up to mid range. That is then showing me that all this move here, this consolidation, we have a deviation. This is just a breakout, come for the retest, and then we're showing to go for an expansion move, right? So that's what we need to start looking at. Level to level play. Monthly open is definitely the key. Don't ever forget that, right? But what happens if we come back? What if, right? And even at Monday's high, we need to watch if we hold above it, show bullish market structure, and go up there. And then there's, you know, that's your long. Let it consolidate. Let it do its thing. Don't be afraid. And like we'll wait for the confirmation. I'll show you where the confirmation is at the moment. I'm just talking about the bearish play. Now, if you want to short it, right, playing it back down, which is very, very possible. I don't see why you shouldn't. Well, I wouldn't, to be honest. I'd be looking at this. So look, let's go drop it down to the 5, and let's see what we got here. We got a few things going on. Let's see. So that's that there. Looking like a short right there, to be honest. Right? What's capping the market? So let's have a look. I got box there. So this area consolidation is where, oops, this area, no, this high, yeah, this high to around here. This is where the market is actually showing me resistance in this area. Can you see? This high is capping the market. Is actually, like I said, it was a mean. It's a mean area. Price, resistance, deviation, really strong resistance there as well. Well, strong push up there. These are all the idiots who actually bought in now. There's a lot of idiots as you're buying in there. I'm going to be harsh about that, but that's the honest truth there. You got to wait, right? That's a deviation. We come back down, and we lost this trend line over here, and all we've done is retest it. Now, right, if I want to get a bit more tighter, what I'll be looking for is something like this. So come into this area here, maybe a push over here, breakdown. I can take a stop. I can take a short over here, for example, from around this area, or even over here with a stop loss here. All right, I have to keep it a bit wide because that's where I'm wrong. Because if price gets back up and holds above it, I'd have to start cutting the trade because we're going to take out these highs and go a lot more high. We'll talk about the long scenario in a moment. We're just talking about the short scenario. So what you're doing is you literally, if you want absolute confirmation, right? Let it get below here, lose this low. This is your confirmation for you to short. I still put my stop loss here. If you want to be aggressive, stop loss above the mid range, right? I'd say that's very, very aggressive in my opinion as well. Maybe put it above here, to be honest. And then from there, we play it back down to this area of consolidation, right? Because that was the base of the movement before we start, making this trend line over here. That'll be target 1, and then we go down to target 2. That's the short there. From here, we're now watching how this works. Do we hold above it and reclaim this level? This is now a sign to cut the trade because we're going to go back into the box and potentially get above the mid-range and then go bullishness. Or do we actually go back down into Monday's range? And if we play the last week's Monday's range, if we do this, you can carry on with your shorts and maybe you can... This is compounding, by the way. Someone asked me about compounding yesterday. This is how you compound. Is what you would compound only when we get into under key levels, because then you can start moving your stops. You understand that, right? So once we get like, so it'll be something like this, for example. Let me give you an example. So he does this, come back up there, right? Pulls back down, finds resistance. This is your confirmation. And then my stops from over here can be brought over here. And then whatever actually, so obviously I'm in profit if I've entered over here. Whatever, like I brought my stops down, I add the position back on. And then I'm going to be playing it level to level, playing it to 25% of the range, right? From the 25% of the range, do we actually lose this level? Going back into the monthly open. This is the take profit area. You've got to take profit over here, mate. You've got to do it. And watch the monthly open, see how we react. Do we hold above it and start going for this? Because this is a sign for me to cut the trade and take the profit. Because then, because we've not only we've how we compounded from over here, right? We've compounded. No, sorry. Not only did we enter from an aggressive short over here or over here as confirmation, we've compounded the position over here, and we need to start taking profits. You have to be taking profits. You can't be daft to actually not take profits. Okay, so this 25% of the range as well, or 75% of the range on Monday's range. There's a lot of information, guys. I'm really sorry about this, but there's a lot to talk about right now, right? Coming into looking for shorts and pullbacks and whatnot. Because if you guys want to be like lower time frame traders, you really got to start grasping a lot of it, concept together. But over time, we'll build this together as a team. It's not a big deal. It's very possible. If I've done it, I'm a nobody. Like, brother, who the fuck am I? I'm just some random guy just talking shit on YouTube. That's who I am. I'm always gonna be that type of guy. But anyway, like I was saying, you gotta take profits and then watch it, see how we actually do react on this area here. Okay. But I'd say target. This is second. Sorry. So from the Monday's range, if you want confirmation to play, right? If you don't want to take this play, right? Let it do its thing. Come back into Monday's range, and this is your confirmation. Take the trade. So do you know how I said to you? There's too many lines. Yeah. Remember I said to you, this is your confirmation. If you didn't take this trade, here's where you can enter. Right over here. Okay. Below Monday's, last week's Monday's high, you're playing it level to 25%, 75% range to monthly open and squeezing it to mid range. At the mid range, we're gonna find a reaction. Trust me, it's always gonna be like that. Mid range is always reacting. Do you remember Ethereum last thingy? Like was it last week or this week or something like that? Like freaking Ethereum actually bounced off the mid range and it was bullish. So you have to remember, mid range, you're taking profits. I'd most likely collapse the trade. Me personally, I'd most likely collapse the trade. Why? Because the monthly open, we're above the monthly open. So that's that. And if we get below the mid range now, and if this was just fucking terrible, right? Let's have a look. If this was actually freaking, we know we've got the range bound environment over here. If it was to be, this was just like a deviation of the monthly open, we have to pay attention to that. It's very possible. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. If it is a deviation of the monthly thing of the monthly open, when we get below the mid range, then again you're playing it back down to the 25% of the range. Well, 19.8k will have to be a target. The reason why that is, let me just draw this out properly. Something like this. This would be target 1, and then see how we react. See how we react to this area, 19.8k. That's previous all-time high back in 2017. If you hold above it, you cut the trade, you're playing it back up, and see how we react at the monthly open. And then, if not, if we start shanking below, squeezing it because we've got all this inefficiency, I'll go for back to Monday's low. And that's the way to play the short back down. But you have to monitor each level. So the key levels really you're monitoring is number 1, Monday's high, number 2, monthly open, mid range, 19.7, 19.8k, and well, really, truly, is this the level here? This is the weekly range low. That's the weekly range low. That, and then looking over here, playing out inefficiency, and that's it. Make sure you take your profits on the way down if you're playing the shorts. Okay. Now, that could be a very, very deep pullback play that can happen. Okay. Now, where would if we have a deeper pullback that come all the way down here as a wick, right, come into the monthly open and starts playing into the monthly open, this is an area for me as confirmation to take a trade, going back to monthly open and then squeezing into this area and the mid range, and that's how we'll play it from there. And that's keeping it within, well, level to level. From we're looking at focusing on this area here and focusing within this area here. Okay. Now, if you are feeling to yourself, you're like, you know what, I don't really want to play the shorts game. I just want to be a bit more, assertive on the long game. And if you want to looking for longs, well, and you want to be more safer, no issues with that. How would I play the game for that? All right, let's have a look. I've got another 15 minutes. Now, see over here on this left hand side over here, This is a previous consolidation, which sent the market back down. All right. So if I were to draw a trend line, it would be like this. Right. See how this was all holding a support, right? Support, come back down, comes back up. Doesn't even take out these highs there. Shoots down, it's over. So we know this is an area consolidation. Of course, you know why? Because it's between this high and the mid range. Okay. So now let it do its thing. And you're like, okay, I want to enter the shorts, right? So I'll be like, oh, I'm going on the 1 hour. Let's go 30 minutes actually. There we go. I think that's much better. No, fuck it. Over 1 hour. Take care, Asgard. Look after yourself, man. Give me 1 second, AD. I'll answer your question there for you. So yeah. So in terms of longs, let it do its thing. Whatever the fuck he wants to do. If he wants to come back down here, wants to come down here, come here, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Let it do its thing. Once we get up and hold above the mid range, right? Shows bullishness. This is now my trigger for target 1. At least, well, we're gonna find some sort of resistance right here. That's the honest truth, right? Target 1. We can target 2 into this area, and then potentially once we break above, we're looking for the next set of targets, which I would say would be around, yeah, it comes into around here, 21.6. Reclaim, hold up, 21.6, and then back to range high. We'll see how we are reacting at any level. Around this level, I'll be a bit careful to see if we start breaking down. If we start breaking down, right, we're going to come back into this because this is a range bound environment, it's SRs, and then see how we react off here, right? So be very, very careful, but we're going to try and squeeze all the way to range high. After that, we don't fucking know what happens then. Is this all just a range bound environment continuously, or do we break out? We don't fucking know, right? So we're just going to play this level to level, keep it nice and simple, okay? Does that make sense for everyone? So look, appreciate that, fan of Country Club. Nah, to be honest, it's just literally like, you know, like I just had family come around quite a bit lately as well. So my mom and stuff like that kind of thing. So it's just me really to actually just do the little bits and bobs. That it doesn't take time, but then you know when you get distracted, it's one of those ones. By the way, have you seen? I found my old Zippo. So I found this. I bought a fucking what you call it? Can I still do it? Right, let's do it. There we go. That's it. No, doesn't work. No, I think the spring is too tough. There we go, closed. Yeah, I found my old Zippo. So I bought a lot of fluid last night. Probably she comes in. I'm gonna start using it. But yeah, so that's what we're looking for. Range bound to range bound, level to level. That's all we're doing. At any time it breaks down, you're gonna cut the trade. Okay. So if it comes into this, so if price were to reclaim. Once we lose it, take out this high, for example, right? You know that's a breaking market structure. Like the market structure is still bullish, and that's your confirmation. Back to 25% range, 25% of the range, which is approximately 21.32. Yeah, 21.32. Call it that. And then we'll see how we react over here. Do we start breaking down, start taking profits, or do we reclaim and hold above there? But then we'll be focusing between this area to this area. But definitely start taking profits around here. You have to start taking profits there, because we could come into this area here and find resistance and start breaking down, and then it just becomes a lower high. We don't know. We just don't know to this level to level. Okay. Now AD asking the question about his what's it? Let's have a look. I'm gonna go back to it. So AD goes, Denk, I'm struggling a bit with knowing when a price is holding above or below a key level. If you're on a 5-minute chart, I often wait too long. Then often price moves without holding a few candles. Okay, let's have a look at that. So. Well, to be honest, right, this one was really, really fucking tough, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's a tough one to actually go on to. We've gone the 15 minutes. So, if you were to look at this, right, the market structure, number one, right, how would I play this? So, like, you know, okay, so, actually, let me quickly talk about that. Where was it? So, give me a second to think. So, this is what I was looking for, right? With euro being bullish, right? With euro being the largest component of the dollar index, right? I'll be keeping a close eye on this eye as we approach the range high. So this is the range high and this is the range low. Okay, everyone's following me there. And I was looking at this because dollar has been very, very tricky to play, really, really tricky to play. And so I was looking at, okay, how do I actually get ahead of the game in a way where I have more clarity? It's always about getting clarity. And now with euro, for those who aren't aware, it makes up 56% of the dollar index. It's inverse. It's an inverse of the dollar index. Okay, so which means when Dixie goes up, so when dollar index goes up, euro goes down, right? And when Dixie goes down, euro goes up, vice versa. And you can use this as a base to help you out. Okay, so I was looking at that, and I was like, okay, cool. This is a range band environment. Deviation here. Come back in, reclaim off this high over there. All good, right? So you go into the mid range. Obviously, breaking market structure. We're closing up there, and I said, okay, the target now really comes down to 25%, 75% range, and then to range high. That's what I'm looking at, right? And when I was watching this, I'm like, well, this is kind of bullish though. If Euro USD is bullish, that means dollar index is going to have a bit of a drop. And if dollar index is going to have a drop, what's going to happen next? Then I was like, okay, freaking Bitcoin's going to go up. And that's why I took a half position last night, around the time I posted this chart, really, actually, for me to actually enter in. And I was like, okay, I'm going to keep an eye on this, see how we react there. And for those who aren't aware of the euro chart, let me bring that up to you. Euro chart, Euro USD. It's bullish. Look at that. It's bullish. Look at this. Range band environment, coming to range high. Small little retest, popped up there, take out liquidity here, take out liquidity there, right? Into this area here, actually. No, into this area here. This is consolidation now. Now, for it to be bullish, right, continue, and I'm going to be watching Euro USD. So this is how you can actually help yourself have the edge to actually enter a trade over long. And we'll get to AD's question in just a moment. Sorry, because I just actually, mine is bouncing like a fucking ping pong over here, right? For me to be bullish now, right, for taking that higher price is a reclaim of this bullish market structure, and we're going to squeeze in at least to this level over here, and then from there, see we can take out these highs over there. Well, this high at least, this high over there, and then, yeah, that's what I'll be looking at. That's what I'll be looking at the very minimum. So if I just remove this for a second, put this here and these highs there. That's what I'll be looking for. That's for Euro USD, right? We could have a pullback, right? Back into this area here, maybe a deeper pullback into this, right? Reclaim, hold above it, and then we can go to this area of the target, and then do this price action over here. So we're gonna have to be a bit careful with the charts itself. But I'm using Euro USD at the moment as my barometer, taking out trades, and that's how I entered the trade yesterday. And so yeah, that's that. So we're gonna answer AD's question. Give me a second. I'm gonna show you this, right? So look here on the 15 minutes, right? So what we got here? No, that's the wrong chart. Here we go. So this chart itself, right, I use July's low. Okay, key levels. This is the key level, right? For those who actually want, like, and I've explained it to you already. I've explained it on the stream when I was looking for an entry, and I missed the entry. So do you remember, if you guys actually recall back, I said I missed the entry over here. I would have wanted to long Bitcoin around this area here, right? But I missed it. Had a upset stomach, right? Put it that way. And I was like, okay, if I missed it and it's gone up to here, if it retests here, I'd be quite happy to relong it again, but it never gave me that opportunity. And I was like, all right, so I'm happy to wait for the next level. So what you got to do is that you got to see how the market structure works. It all comes down to understanding market structure, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You see how this is? This is not a lower low. We're now broke market structure on the upside, and we got high. So now this is now a low, and that's a higher high, higher low, and that becomes a higher high. That will be a help for you to actually enter in, because you see that's confirmation for you, because market structure has been broken on the downside, and it's flipped and found support off the highs itself. Does that make sense there? Now, for me personally, I mean, like, that's one entry. Number two is that once you've actually entered into this range, once we close into once we made this low over here and we got over here, you could have entered here, right? Because we are above the monthly thingy, so we're above the range low, and if we are supposed to be bullish at support, because it is support, right? You put a stop loss here, and you would watch it. If we come back down and find resistance, lose this low, and then you can look at cutting the trade because we're looking to actually take out these stops. So that's one thing. That's another thing, sorry. Based on invalidation, right? This is my invalidation if I want to enter at the range low. Or number two is looking at market structures being breaking out, right? So this is the key level. Sometimes it's not going to be always clean. The chart is not going to always do this. Break down, give you enough time for you to actually say, all right, then let's go. So this is not going to happen. This didn't happen over here. It was just one of those ones, up, down, gets above it and then gets below it and then bang. So sometimes we just have to play it as it comes, but then you have your invalidation. So when I see a breaking market structure, I know things are being bullish. So if we're going to be bullish, I know, okay, if we get a retest of this high, I'm quite happy to take a long, right? Or if I could, I missed it over here, and I could have actually entered here and take a long. Stop loss over here or hard stop here. That's the invalidation. So that's another way of doing it. So in for my example that I gave you guys, right? And I did this on purpose actually, because I knew my invalidation would have been here, like here. That's where I knew that was. But I was quite happy to go a bit higher just so I can show you how this works, right? Another thing is this. You see that? Market structure, support and resistance. So we got support here, resistance, we get back below it, resistance, resistance. And once we break above it and you retest, hold support, off we go. And that's another way of entering the trade. And you put your stop loss, you can put it over here, or you can place it over here, for example, right? Just in case it comes into this area and retests, that's a deeper pullback, and then goes up and carrying on going higher. Does that make sense there, AD? But again, it comes down with a lot of practice and experience. I may explain it to you, and it may sound a lot more sense, right? Because I've just drawn a couple of lines here and there. But you gotta practice, mate. You've got to practice. You've just got to be patient. The thing is, like, but from what you're telling me right now, you seem to be a fairly new trader, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You may have had a couple of months. Am I right? Or if you're saying a few years, then it's a different story. But I'm guessing a couple of months, maybe a couple of weeks. Is that the case, or am I wrong in this? I don't want to judge someone just because they're asking me a question. I just want to understand you as where your mindset is at the moment. So very new. Okay. So that's the thing is, we have 52 people in the chat. 52 people here right now watching us, me and you having conversation here. And I can guarantee you the same thing. Out of those 52 people, everybody felt the same way you felt. Everyone, even I did. Back in the early days, I 100% felt the same way. Looking for confirmation, looking for support. And you're like, but hang on a second. Dank is saying it comes over here, break up, and then do this. But we're not getting this price action. Right? We don't find this support over here so many times. Just because I draw a line, it doesn't mean it's going to mirror it exactly. David's saying it, yeah. Derry's saying it, yeah. I bet you Nick will say the same thing. I bet you Cryptique will say the same thing. It takes a lot of practice. We all were there. 100%. Fan of Country Club is actually saying it. For real, by Arsa. Hey Arsa, how you doing? Cruz is agreeing. Cryptique, there you go. So you're not in this alone. Don't ever think for a moment that you're alone. And if anyone wants to belittle someone about like, oh, they don't know and being sarcastic, get the fuck out. Honestly, I don't want to deal with sarcasm over here. Someone's asking me a genuine question. Most of the time, you guys can actually learn from this as well. Okay? So don't worry about that. So when I draw these lines over here, just because it doesn't give me the same exact pattern, don't focus on that line. Don't focus on this because it's not going to give me the same pattern. What I'm trying to show to you is that we got a high, we got a low, find some sort of support. It can come up. Price can always do a deviation. Price can always come for a deeper pullback. It can always do that. It is never going to be 100% correct on the lines. We're going to have a bit of a bounce. But the moment we get back up and then find support off this, well, then you're like, okay, then I'm missing entry over here. I'm missing entry over here. It doesn't really matter. I'm increasing my probability. The key is increasing your goddamn probability. When you increase the probability in your favor, the risk becomes less scarier. You ain't fucking scared, trust me. Because when I entered in, right, I'll tell you this, right? When I entered in, I think I entered from this height. So, mother fudge. I entered in, where did I enter in? Was it here? Somewhere around here. I can't remember where it was. I think that's where I was looking for. I was looking for this area here to come back as a retest. I entered in approximately just above the line itself, around here. That's where I entered in. I didn't even wait for the retest. I was like, fuck it, enter in now, right? Because if this was going to be bullish, it can be bullish, right? And I was like, all right, cool. My stop loss was based over here, right? This is where I'm stopped at. This is where my stop loss is. And I was like, I was a lot more relaxed. I was a lot more relaxed because why? Price has keep on breaking market structure. See what we talked about? the low, higher high, sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then you're like, oh wait, this is the change in market structure, because market structure is now becoming, this is actually the low, and that's the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. But it's doing this higher high, higher low continuously. I'm like, yo, time to fucking take along here, motherfuckers. Because if I'm gonna be scared over here, then I'm being a little bitch. I should be scared over here. Why? Because price can actually come back into this area here, finds resistance, and come back down and take out these fucking stops. That's very, very possible. Very possible. But if we're making another set of higher highs and higher lows, now I'm feeling a lot more confident, because the probability of me being right for longs has increased. Does that make sense? It's all about probability. You're looking for ways to increase your probability in any way, shape or form necessary. Fuck, I talked so much. I'm going to have a cigarette. Damn, I went on 51 minutes non-stop there. That's just pure madness there. Teresa Gomez, what's going on, my brother? How you doing? You finally woke up on time. Oh, bless you, my bro. You're from America as well. I really appreciate that, man. What's going on, everyone? Let's see. So, yeah, Meltdown says, feel the same. Gandalf is asking, Denk, I want to do the country club, but when I hear you talk about it, I'm worried I won't be able to keep up. I have 2 kids and coach multiple sports teams, but I want to learn, so I have a few time. Listen, Gandalf, right? In terms of actually the country club, we're not going to speed past everybody. The aim, look, you have to remember, all right? Gandalf, you might pick things stupidly quick compared to, I'm not picking anyone out, I'm just saying name. You might pick things much quicker than Derry or David, for example. Or David might be the quickest one in the group. Doesn't fucking matter. But what we're going to do is actually work things like as it goes on. So the videos will be there. The chats will be there. You can follow it through. And when you follow things through, right, then you can actually, you learn in your own time. It's not, okay, we do a live session, everyone jump on the live session, otherwise you miss out. No. We do a live session. It's going to be recorded. It's going to be placed into the Discord. Potentially into the website, whatever. We'll have to work that out. And I understand that the time frame is very different for everyone else. So I'm in the UK, someone might be in Mexico, or someone might be in Japan. I don't know, but the time is so far away, or Australia, so far away from where I am. They might not be able to jump on the live stream. But what I want the guys who actually jump on the live stream is to ask questions that you might be asking yourself. And if you have a question, you can ask it, and I can answer it on the stream. For example, you can ask me previously or at any time, and I can actually say, okay, you know what, we're gonna do an example on the charts, blah 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 blah. You get what I'm saying? So when you have your time, when you're chilling and you're winding down, the kids are going to bed, you can put on the stream, you can put on the videos, the recordings that we've done, and you can listen to it and learn. And then you learn in your own speed, because I'm not here to actually make everyone go up together in one way, because there's different speed for different people. People pick things very quickly or slowly. It doesn't really matter. But my job is to understand what are you lacking and how to build you up. So don't worry too much about if you got commitments as well. Chances are you're not the only one, Gandalf. There's like probably freaking 100, or let's say out of 100 people that's in the group, right? There probably like is 99 people actually have massive commitments who are in the same boat as you are. So you got nothing to worry about. So it's entirely up to yourself how you want to do the learning at your own pace. The streams will be up, the breakdowns will be up there, the alt requests will be there, the homework will be given, all that kind of stuff will be given to you guys, and then you guys give it to me when you can. So for example, like if I say to you guys, I want some homework from you guys. I want an example of some ranges, right? I want a couple of charts of ranges, and it's a Friday night, and I said to you, give it to me by Sunday morning or Sunday night or something like that, or whatever. You might have a busy weekend. You might have family coming up. You might be going to a wedding. I don't know. I don't really know. No one's gonna know. But the thing is, as long as you give it to me, right? So I can help you mark it. So I can mark what you've got, and I can actually have a look at what you're doing, and explain certain things to you guys, right, to improve your skills and your ability to become more of a successful trader. That's what I'll be doing. That's what the focus really is. It's not about oh, you've got a wedding and a wedding over the weekend. Like us Asians, we do weddings like a week or 2 weeks. I don't fucking know what they do, man. But the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is gonna be completely busy, right? and you might be busy, right? You might be busy, might be your sister getting married, for example, and I understand. Like if you give, if I say to you Sunday I want the homework, but you give it to me on Tuesday, I'm not gonna blast you. It's not fucking school, you know. We're not hustling like that. We're gonna take things as it goes. I understand everybody's commitments are very different, so don't worry too much. We take things at the pace that's suitable for you. This is gonna go on for as long as I can go for. This whole like the country club's gonna go on for like months upon months, maybe years. Who the fuck is calling me up? Suspected spam. Give me a second. Hello? Hi, you're right there. I'm not too bad, I'm not too bad. Could you call me back in about what time is it now? 12:30, that's possible. I'm just at work at the moment. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. Take it. Bye bye. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna have a conversation in the middle of this. But anyway, yeah. So it comes down to your pace. So whatever your pace may be, we work with your pace. I'm not gonna actually say, you know what, you're fucking slow, get the fuck out. Nah, man, that's fucking rude. That's rude, guys. So we're gonna actually do this as it comes slowly, slowly. Does that make sense to everyone? Bless you, your friend and yourself. I really respect that, Tereso. Tereso. Sigruni, AD, go search for zigzags, trading view, and thank you, Thomas. Dude, you know what is? If you don't have patience for people, then you're not gonna go far in life, innit, right? Just because I'm good at something doesn't mean I actually, be rude about it. Yeah, even Critique saying, you're not wasting your time. Keep coming here every day, and in a few months, this will start making you very happy. Appreciate that there, Nick. Can't you stream a little bit later? The thing is, right, Teresa, right, like the reason why I stream at this time is because like got the London play. The London play tends to actually it could actually take out the Asian lows or Asian highs, and then we play from there. So if I do it later, I miss a lot of the move, and it's just convenient for I believe it's convenient for most people really to actually do at this time itself, and it's convenient for myself. If I could do like streams later on, I would do so, but because it's like the London time zone is like the center. It's like the center of the world. Because if you look at the map, and you got Asia as one side, the map you'll be here. Asia's on this side, America's on this side, London's right in the middle. So then we have both plays on both sides. So we are getting prepared for the New York market, finishing the Asian market. You understand? So that's the reason why I do it at this early, like this early of the day. Do apologize. I wish I could actually, be a lot more convenient for everyone else, but I just can't do it like that, unfortunately. But the streams will be here as well. So when you do wake up and stuff like that, you can actually pick this up afterwards when in your own time there. But yeah, like I said, I wish I could actually do a lot more. I can accommodate everybody here. Fan of Country Glow, I'm the slowest. Nah, don't worry about it. Slow or no slow, we'll work together, okay? So look, sweet bro. Man, the chat just went mad. I'm just catching up there. They might be calling for solar. My zigzags. Have you been involved in an accident that wasn't your fault? Nick. That's a good one. Have you been in an accident? Dude, I used to get that a lot. Man. I was like, yo, leave me alone in it. Nah, that was for an alarm system, that was. I'm just changing the alarm system in the house. I'm getting more one of them ones where you can control your phone and shit like that. That's what I'm trying to do. So if you're giving homework, and go and do it. If you want to get better, instead of watching TV or sports or scrolling through social media, go put in that time. You can always make that time for things you're passionate about. 100%. Nick has nailed it on the head. Yeah, Yuri can learn a lot from there as well. 100%. So cool. Let's go. Let's get cracking next. So what do we do? So we've done BTC, right? We talked about what's happening in BTC. See what's happening here on the 5 minutes. Like I said to you guys, this short from this high approximate to this, from there, This is where the key is. We're finding resistance again at the mid-range. We're gonna find major resistance. It's a valid trade for stop loss over here, right? And then play back down. So let's have a look. I'm just working out, do I enter in myself? Because I'm quite happy to go aggressive right now. Give me a second, let me just work this out for myself. I need to actually, I want to take a trade. I do want to take a trade, I just want to work this out. So where are we finding resistance? Pop back up one more time. I wouldn't mind popping into this area here. Into this, I wouldn't mind. Take out those stops for the scalps to be fucked. One more pop, bang, and then let's fucking go. Market structure wise is it's a range bound environment, so where we got a range. So we've got this high here. Yep, that's perfect there. And this low here. That's perfect there. That's the range bound environment. The mid range sits about here. That makes sense. That looks quite perfect actually. So we are facing resistance, and the 25% range is probably around here. Okay, let me do a Fibonacci so I don't get this wrong. Oh, dude, oh, come on, man! Like, I'm too slick there, yo. All right, okay, so 25% range there. Cool. All right, so I can delete that. So yeah, so that's the mid range. Finding resistance there. Wouldn't mind coming out. Lose this low here, back into range, mid range from here. Can start going down to this area here, into this consolidation, 25%, and then back to range low. And then once we lose this, that's your confirmation to go down. So that's what we're looking for in terms of shorts. But if I start highlighting my blocks, where is my block? Comes in around from here to about there, which is about the mid. Yeah, it's about the mid range. What's Euro doing? Euro USD. Euro is showing me this. Alright, so look. Finding support off here. Sorry guys, I just went off. I'm just looking for my own trade over here. Sorry about that. I just gotta focus on here. So that's the range low, and that's the range high. That's the range high. Market structure is on the bearish move, so we're looking for a potential retest. Could be into this area there. Pop into here and then break down there. Okay, so market structure is showing me bearishness because look, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, and lower, high, and then we lose this low over here, and then especially this. That's the key over here. That's in the 1 minute. Fucking, I'm looking at the 1 minute here. Yeah. So BTC, I'm gonna actually start taking a trade. To be honest, I think I'm right on this. Go on, let's do it. Yeah, BTC is falling, isn't it? Fuck. Alright then, cool. I'm in anyway. So my shorts really is this. But let's call it here, it doesn't really matter. I'll put my stop loss here, and I'm going to play this level to level. Potentially, right? I'm looking for 15 minutes. I'm going to watch this level to level, but really what I'm looking for is here. Back to here. That's what I'm looking for. It's 2.9 hour move. I wouldn't mind that. If I get stopped, I get stopped out. I wouldn't want to get stopped out, to be honest. No, do you know what? Let me do it on here, because I know what I'm looking at here. Shorting the market over here. Stop loss is here. Right, and I'm looking for this here. Cool. Oh, fucking battery. 1 second. We'll see what happens then. We'll see what happens. One second, guys. There we go. Cool. All right then, let's have a look. So yeah, potential move over to the monthly open, which is around here, about 2.8 move, 2.8R, whatever it is, doesn't fucking matter. But how would I actually monitor this trade? How would I actually play this trade here? I've taken it quite aggressively, right? That's the honest truth. It is quite an aggressive play. If we start going up back into here, find support, then we're looking to take out these highs there. And here, I'll look to cut the trade for like a half an hour loss. But the reason why I'm looking for bearishness over here for the time being, short term at least, is because we're at the mid range. We discussed this already, and we're just going to play this level to level. So at each level, I'm going to start working out how we are reacting. Okay, we have a trend line over here, for example. You can see a trend line right there. Approximately, that's about it. Lose the slow here. Off we go. This is your confirmation. Back down to the last week's Monday's high. So at each level, I'm just going to monitor how we react. Do we hold above it and show bullishness in terms of market structure? I look to cut the trade either here, and looking for monthly open. Probably I squeeze into this area. Okay, let me just have a look at 1 minute. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, it's coming. So it's done exactly. I should have fucking waited, didn't it? We got a better entry. Never mind. I was thinking from mother. Yeah. Okay, so I need to monitor this out. Just give me a second. Okay. Oh shit. Come on, man. 20 seconds. Alright, let's drop it down. Okay. 30 seconds, good. There we go. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Potential. Small little gap on the 30 seconds right over here, if you guys can see. What I want us to do is get back here below this. Well, let's say the same thing. Give me a second there. We'll just have a look here. Shorts are scary. Yeah, it is a bit scary. No, I think, yeah, can't disagree there. I just want to get back below range high. That's the key now. If it starts holding above it, right, I'll have to cut the trade. So this is the high there. Market structure is still. Let's have a look. So, I mean, it's still showing us some sort of bullish market structure, really, in a way, in its own way. High, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. This is the high, high. Do we do that? I don't know. Fucking know. We'll find out soon, actually. 18 seconds. Come on. Big love for that, Nick. Doesn't look good though. Might have to cut this quote. Reason being is because you see how we're finding some sort of support here. Go down in 15 seconds. It'll make a bit of more sense. Take out this high, I'll cut the trade. Let me work this out 1 second. See how it's holding that range high? Not looking good though, if you ask me. On the 1 minute. How's it looking like? 13 seconds. That's a bit of a piss take, that is. It's a bit annoying. See, the thing is, right, which is making me see this gap over here on the 30 seconds right there. What we could have is the body fill this up and then send it back down. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I even cut the trade. I'm not going to be too aggressive just yet. It is an aggressive short. Byron, what's going on? Actually, what's happened? Fuck. Okay. No. Break down, motherfucker. Okay, so now we go see this. This high here. Find support there. Market structures, but it's still. We filled out this. Don't like this, man. Fuck. Yeah, we fill this bit out. We want to see this, and then get back down here. With a strong push to the market, right, at the very early days, I did not expect it to keep pushing just yet like that. So let's just see. So, got in longs. How you doing, Pirate, there? Keeping well? Feeling better? You back home now? Let's go on with dollar index, actually. Euro USD. It's pushed up to this area here. 30 seconds gone, 1 minute. Back into this range now. 1 minute. I might have to cut this, you know. Because this come back as a retest. Fuck. Okay. USDT. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, what's going on over here? 5 minutes. Minute. 30 seconds. We should start finding some sort of resistance right over here. Okay, so we need to watch this then. So this low over here. This is where we need to start breaking down. Let me just make this bigger so you guys can see. Yep, guys, I'm gonna have to cut this. Take out this high, I'll cut it. Fuck it. Get ready to cut it. Yep, fuck it, cut it. Yep. That sucked. That's what, a 0.6R, 0.7R lost there. That sucks. Yeah, we're gonna take out these highs now. One second, guys. Back here. Pullbacks in here, right? I'll take a quick long back up there, trying to actually, and then with a stop loss over here. That's what I'm looking for now. I want to make that loss back. This is a consolidation over here. I want to see this come back down and then reclaim this, and then let's go up there. No, so not giving us any sort of pullbacks. Nah, this is gonna take out the highs. Right, if I take a long, don't follow me on this one. Give me a moment. Okay. See. Cool. Cool. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Goes back down. Reject. Got the trade. I need to reclaim this. Keep going up higher. Come on. Okay, got it. Okay. Come on. Let's see what happens now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Closing there. That's cool. Up higher. Come on. Take out that. Don't break down. Finger on the trigger to cut at any moment now. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to 3, 2, nah, get cut. I don't like it. Okay, I made a small little gain. How much did I make there? Cut there. Let's see. So I entered in. So what happened? What I did, trying not to make the mitigation back. I entered back on around here. Stop loss was based off here. Cut it over here. So 1 hour move. It's not bad. All right. So 1 hour move. Obviously I took a loss of 0.6 R. Made a 1 hour move. It is a scalp there, so I didn't really take much. I mean, we might take it there, but we might go to the highs. Fuck it. Anyway. Yeah, it's some other pump here. I took a small little long right here. When we bounce off here, what happened? I took a long with a stop loss over here in case we come into this area, bounce up and whatnot. But I'm finding, see how we're finding resistance over here? I might flip it. Fuck it. I might do one right here now. With the money that I just gained, I'm gonna do this here. Take a lot. Again, don't follow me on this one. Look at that. Let me work this out. Alright, so I'm gonna 10 seconds. 10 minutes. On the 1 hour. Cool. I'm in. Oh shit, a bit. Never mind. Right, so I took another one. I took another short over here. And I've cut my stop loss. Same place over there. Don't follow me on this one. Don't follow me on this one. I'm happy to take a loss on this one. What I've did is the money that I just gained that from that 1 hour scalp trade, I've just re-put it here. So it wasn't much anyway. I've re-put it here, and then it was stop loss there. So if I do get stopped out, then it's like that little quick scalp long I took didn't matter. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing then. If it's gonna stop me out, it's gonna stop me out. Let's see. Anyway. Market orders. No, I don't place market orders. I literally just thingy. I think I just market buy and market short in it. I want us to come back into this mid-range. Now it's just forming a range on its own over there on the 1 minute. So if it starts me out, it starts me out. I don't really mind. Again, if you guys want confirmation, right? Really is this. Let it get back into this range, right? Break down from this range, and then you know that's your short there. That's definitely going to be a short below the range of this as well. If we are going to go above higher, then you know you got longs to play out all this inefficiency right over here. Be a bit patient, guys. All right, so don't enter in just blindly just yet. Then we can start filling out to this area here, to this low over here, and then we can go to 75% of the range. Delete that. That was really tight. Yeah, I don't mind being stopped out. Fuck it. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Oh, roll over now. Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped out. There you go. I got stopped out. Yeah. Yeah, I got notification. Okay, never mind. Now, all we gotta do, really, if you want to take longs, is look for this. Break above and hold. For shorts, let it do its thing over here. It could be a stop run, right? To come back down and play back down, and you know how it is. So basically what I've done is, the long I took from around here, right? Playing it up to around here. This long over here on this consolidation, what happened was is that I put the same money that I've gained onto this short over here, playing it back down. But oh man, what a fuck up on a Friday. Cut the trade early, take a long, take a short, then get stopped out. What a fucking start of the Friday. Never mind, shit happens. Yeah, I know, short. Anyway, so let's look at yeah, there we go. You go higher. All right, so let's see what happens. Shit happens, innit? That's what happens. Shit happens when you take aggressive shorts. That's the thing is with aggression, you have to be and I don't recommend anyone taking aggression. Oh shit, you might go to target in one go. Yeah, I don't motherfucker, what a move on the 1 minute. Fucking hell. See, EBDC is breaking down. So, see how EBDC is actually breaking down in 15 minutes, right? It's come back into this area of support, this area here. Looking for shorts once we get back below here. Lose this low, that's your confirmation, off we go. And then we can go a lot more lower. And then you know, invalidations over here. So BTC is the one that's moving the maddest right now. But again, Bitcoin dominance is pushing up. So I think we're gonna face major shorts in a bit, like soon. Yeah, you see the range bound environment here. We've taken out the stops over here. Taking out the stops over here, and now all we're doing on the BTC Bitcoin dominance is holding above, break above, and off we go, next level to next level. So that's that. ES, what's ES doing? ES hasn't really done much. I mean, yeah, come to Monday's high. See, with ES, right, if we break above Monday's high, right, I said the target would be in this area here, from this, and then we see we can squeeze into here, fill out this gap over here, and then that, see if we can come into here and break down, and then we can look for shorts. But that's what ES is looking for me right now. Dollar index is coming back down over here. Euro USD on the 1 minute, so 15 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, it's final resist. It's going to come down. Ah, bastard. I think it's going to. So, ES, that's the high. Sorry, Euro USD fiber. Break down. Lose this low here. That's your resistance. Off you go. Right, into this area of consolidation first, and then back to range high. Ah, bless you, pirate. Alright, we'll see what happens. Ideally, I'll retest the mid-range, and then we can start playing this. That'll be quite good. That's what we're looking for now. shorts. We can't look for shorts because we're making new higher highs. It's just fucking mental though, to be honest. Jesus fucking Christ. One second. Be right back, guys. I just need to take a good toilet actually. Finish off this water. Be right back. I really need to go to the toilet actually. Can you remember, guys? Alright, I'm back. I do think we're gonna have major shorts coming into place though. The YouTube there. Yeah, I do think we're gonna have major. Too much stress and shit. I'm not fucked yet. What's going on? Shit, sure got fucked. Yeah, we all got fucked. Well, I got fucked on shorts. Damn, Bam Bam. What a legend. Legend. So that's that. Fucking battery just died on me as well, the bastard. Fuck off. I was gonna. There we go. Right. You want to eat right now? Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at the thing. Because I am feeling there's going to be a big ass short soon. The reason why, well, you look at this, right? Total 2 BTC. We'll come back to range high. 3 hours there. So if we break down over here, lose this lower there, retest, bang, let's go shorts over here. Looking at Bitcoin dominance, was looking at kind of bullish. Bitcoin dominance is looking bullish on there. Step back into the range high. ETH BTC again it's just, yeah, looks like a deviation of the range itself. Once we lose this low over here, then you can start looking for shorts there, and your confirmation, this will be your confirmation there. Trying to play it aggressively, failed on me there. Anyway, so let's go on ETH. ETH is actually an interesting one as well. ETH for the first time is not pushing any higher compared to freaking why the fuck do I have this? Why do I have so many fucking lines? I don't fucking know. We broke out this. What's going on over here? So we've got a range band environment that will actually, yeah, that was it. No, that makes sense. Control Z, Control Z, Z. There we go. If I delete this, delete that, drag this along over here, right? This is the range band environment that's playing on ETH right over here, right? We got major resistance over here at 1700. So the question is, do we come into this, take out the highs over here, step back in, lose this low, and then we can say, yeah, shorts back down to 25% of range into this basic consolidation, find a bounce, and then we come back to the mid range. But if we're going to get a higher squeeze, funding is crazy. Still way more shorts than longs here. Yeah, Bam Bam's in some beautiful profits, man. Fair play to you, man. Really happy to hear that. That's really sick, days. Like in the UK, sick is actually a good thing, not a bad thing. Yeah, I'll check out Solana as well. Let's just quickly do Ethereum, and then I'll do some quick alt requests for the next 10-15 minutes, and then we'll call it a day. Then, okay? The drinks are safer today. Sick guy. It's a weekend as well. You got a nice little profit going on there. I'll finish off the cigarette first. Yeah, ETH can push higher. So it's okay. This is the thing is now with ETH, right? We got this high over here, which is capping the market. Okay, we can easily come over here to this high over here, take out the stops there, and come back down, and then play this down over here, and that'll be, well, really and truly, come back, take this out over here, play this over here, and this will be your short entry to play it back down to 1700, and then this area here, and then we'll see into this area, and then range, mid range. Okay, so now with ETH, we've got to pay attention to how it is. With the way Bitcoin is pushing up, right? If it reclaims this level here and holds this high, then we can start playing this into this base over here, right? Because then what we're doing, we're filling out all the inefficiency, filling out all this inefficiency there. That'll be the first target there for longs. And if we hold above it, then we can start looking at taking out these areas here. So we've got an SR right over here. You see this SR right there? So then we can play it from level to level. That'll be the next level over here, and then from there go to this base over here. That's what we're looking at in terms of the longs for ETH, right? So ETH might be the clearest one now, not Bitcoin. Yeah, there we go, into this area there, and that'll be the next set of targets there. Right, that's for the longs. ETH might be the clearest one. The reason why is, okay, we're playing in this range band environment here. Let it do its thing now. We got resistance on Ethereum. Major resistance at 1700. Now what we're gonna do is work out what's gonna happen now. Does this plan of action actually come into place, or do we do something else now? Right now, if I was to look for shorts, right, I have to look at what Bitcoin's doing actually. Give me a moment. I need to have a quick look at what Bitcoin's doing. Delete this. Mid range of the come into the mid range of July. Damn. So bam bam. I'd for you, my bro, I'd say keep an eye on this area here, this low, which comes in at about 21.3k, around that area. keep an eye on how we react off this breakdown, and then we can start looking for shorts into this area here, back into the Monday's high, and then play back, you know, the plan that we have for the short itself. But what potential could happen is we can have a squeeze all the way to the mid range at 21.6. From 21.6, if we break down, and that's the macro so higher time frame mid range. Longs hold above, like I said, and then we can go back up into the 25%, 23k into this area here. First things first is right over here, around 22.8, looking at 23.2. Then we'll see what happens here, because all this is consolidation. If we are going to be bearish, do we break down, come into this area, lose the mid range, and you know this is back down, back to 25% range. Monthly open, we'll see how we react. If we lose the monthly open, come back down to this area, well, this base of consolidation, filling out all this inefficiency over here, and then probably squeeze into 18.8k, and then we'll see what happens after that. So now it's like, it was a bit of a new plan really, but the short plan still is set for, let's have a look for this. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. So 2022 is, so we have to work this level to level, see how we react off here and here. So how the two charts interact with each other, one after another. Now Ethereum, let's have a retry. Take care, Pirate. Have a look at thingy. Have a good day as well. Speak to you soon, okay? Now Ethereum. So we talked about the longs on the thingy of the high time frame there. Now what I'll be looking for is how we react over here. Do we have weakness on Ethereum? Let it do its thing. If it comes back down, lose this level, we see how we react over here. Confirmation is if we lose this the 1700 level, then we can shoot it back down into this area here. That'll be your first set of targets, squeezing into the mid range. At the mid range, we'll see how we react. There's a flat body candle over here. The mid range, if we were to hold above it, cut the shorts, because we can actually pull back up higher. But lose this level over here, resistance, come back down to 25% of range, and see if we can squeeze into the monthly open. That'll be the next set of targets, and then range low if we were to lose the monthly open there. So that's really the trade right there in terms of Ethereum. So it's just a ticking time bomb. Which way does it go? So let's have a look. Solana is above the mid range. Yeah, it's above the mid range. Okay, so it's coming to this area. So as you're aware, this is the range high from I've mentioned before, and we're still playing in this range really, right? That's the low, and that's the high over here. This is the whole range band environment, and we've been capped in that market for quite some time. Now the question is, what do we do? Go on the hourly. So this is the consolidation over here, from that high to this over here itself. Mid range is about here, right? So we're at the mid range on Solana on the hourly. Question is, do we lose this low over here? Play back down to fill out all this inefficiency, back into the range low to $34, which is the mid range. And if we hold above it, reclaim this level, then back into here. All right. Now, what happens if we actually get above this level here? Then we start looking for the next price action, which is taking out these highs over here, squeezing into about $37. Let's call it $37. That's what we're looking to squeeze. If we start breaking out of here, over here, so bullishness, and then we're going to squeeze into this area here, about the $40.50 marker, and then from there into the 75% range. So that's what we're looking for Solana as a as a trade itself. If you were to go higher, let's have a look. Yeah, if we go higher, I'll start looking at this area here. This is the next set of resistance we're going to face. Right, see this high over here, support and resistance. Try to squeeze into these highs over here, and which comes back into this trend line. This is the trend line that we're facing. Support over here. Well, you can't really see properly. Let me show you. This is so we can actually come back and retest this trend line over here, taking out these highs over there, and then if it were to break down, we'll look for shorts back down. If not, hold above it, we'll go back to range high, taking out these liquidity over there. That's Solana there for you. So as long as the mid-range holds, then we have room to actually breathe. Fucking got itch on my fucking back, man. Fucking hell. There we go. So that's Solana. What else do we ask for? Was it BNB? Someone said BNB. Can you check Solana, please? That's Cruise actually. That's that. Orange level on ETH, Sebastian. Let's have a look. Orange. What did I put that on again? It's a weekly level. Ah, yeah. That's just. Oh, yeah. That was the 2021's low to 2021's mid high. That's what the orange level is. I should make that purple. Well, pinkish. That color. That's it. That makes a bit more sense there. But yeah, from a macro point of view, if we were to hold 25% of the range, take out these highs over there, then we can squeeze into 25% of the range of the quarterly range and potentially squeeze into here, 2800. And that's the mid range of 2782 is the mid range of 2021's range. Good point actually. Yeah. So what else have we got to ask? Too long. You're welcome, thingy. Cruz Z, can you pull up ETH? Let's have a look. So you're still holding up that 1700 level. That's what we're looking at over here. So we need to lose this area. So you see this area consolidation right here? That's the area consolidation which we found resistance. So get back below it, find resistance, then you know this is now your confirmation to play back to shorts into this area here, and then squeezing into mid-range. Cool. What are you trying to tell me? A bit rude. Alright, bye. I don't understand what happened there. You do know there's a bit of a lag here between when you actually message me and then when I'm actually seeing it. Anyway. So if we hold 1700, if we hold this level over here, take out these highs, right? Get above this 1740. I start looking for longs actually, right? Into this area here. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, into this area first as first resistance run, which comes into approximately 1810. Let's call it 1810. So not looking for longs on ETH yet. Because we are at the range higher of this consolidation that's happened, right? Because look, the mid-range just tells the story there. Support, lose it, resistance, deviation, gets above, deviation, holds it, and it's all choppy over here, and then we break out these highs and off we go. So I'm just waiting now. The volatility has been crazy on Ethereum. BTC is breaking down, the bastard, aren't they? Yeah. So it's coming to this area. That's what happened. This is a really freaking madness that happened. Yeah, it's coming to here, find the resistance there. So let's fill out all the, it fill out all the inefficiency right here. There, oh, fuck off. This inefficiency right here, filled it out. So, question is, do we reclaim this then? And then fill out all this inefficiency right here. Fill out all between there. That's the next thing. All right, BNB, let's have a look at BNB. So BNB for me on the 4 hours, let's see what's up. So we made the low for September. September's open is, where is September's open? Above September's open anyway, that's a good thing. So it's from this candle here. So this is where monthly open is, alright? Right, just looking purely at a price action point of view, we are at some sort of resistance here. Okay, so you see this low here, and see this high over here. That's where the range is. Okay, so we are at resistance here on this range bound environment now. Okay, so the question is, do we come back down and break down? And if we do, we'll come back into I'd say at least at a minimum from this high, and then we'll see if we can come back into this area here, into like this. That'd be target 1, that'd be target 2, probably squeezing into monthly open. We'll see what happens there, but that I'll be looking for there. If this is actually a breakout, then what I would like to see is, let me delete all this for a second, get more, capture more data. There we go, that's much more better. So let me draw the range back in. So range high is here, range high is here, range low was there. Breakout, hold it, market structure, bullish market structure, that would be my longs. That would be my longs. I'll be playing it to this area first as target 1, and then looking to get these highs up. These highs. That's what I'll be looking for. And then from there, that'd be target 1, that'd be target 2. See how we react. Reclaim this area. Then I'm going to squeeze into this area here. That's a macro range high over there. A range low, $317 around that area. What is that level? I'll tell you. On 1 day. It's a monthly level, I believe. That was it. Oops. Yeah, it's August. Last year's August low. And then the question is, do we come back into here and find resistance to break down, to go a lot more lower, into back into this base of consolidation, target 1, then go to the lows, and then pump squeeze into here? Or do we actually reclaim this, hold above it, see this high over here, reclaim the high, bullish market structure, off we go, target 1, and then let's see if we go into target 2. No, actually no, I'll say target 2, and then target 3. And that's what I'm looking for BNB. We'll see what happens. Fucking hell, it's been a bit of a madness, isn't it? Complete madness. If you hold 1700 area, then would you go long? Yeah, so if it holds above it, right, and show me bullish market structure on Ethereum. See, the thing is, like, looking at the daily, well, it's just not a place for me to long. For me, honestly, I'd be above 1723. Get above 1723, and then I can start squeezing into this area. That's what I'll be looking for. I'm gonna play a little bit more smart. You can't be looking for longs right here when we got resistance of this area here. You do a 1,000 learns. What the fuck? I believe that's a. What the fuck? Alright, so I'm gonna choose. Let's see what Lindsay is saying. USDT. Looks the same chart actually. Looks like a completely same chart. Let's see. Okay. So we've got very little data. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so I'm gonna have to start labeling these up quite differently. Right, so let's see. So this was the open, the close for yesterday's close. But that was blue. And at the same time, come back into the close, and then we're looking to come into this area here. Nope. Right, let's go on the 4 hours for a second. Okay, so we got a deviation. I mean, so you can see this level, that daily open, right? So daily open, daily close, whichever you want to call it, is acting as resistance, a support. Question is this support. If I want to go long, this is what I'll be looking for. So let me just narrow it down to 1 hour. I think it makes things a little bit more sensible there. So you can see how things are coiling up there, right? So if this was going to be bullish, right? You know, we got a range band environment from this is the, I'll say that's the high, and this will be the low to me, right? And then what we're looking for, no, I'll say this is the low. Yeah, this is the low. So if let the price do its thing, come back down here. If it breaks above it, that'll be the mid range. I'll be targeting into this area, range high. Break above range high, show me bullishness. Then I can say, yeah, let's go into this area, go for new highs potentially. Probably target 1 off this area here, off the hourly volatility candle itself. And then target 2, break above, and let's go higher. And we're just going to follow it as it is. If it was to be bearish, right, that's the bullishness. If it was to be bearish, whoops, this low here, what I'll be looking for is, you know what, an idea. Let me get all this up there. Because you can see from this high to Let's see that. From here to there. We could do something like that. Bounces off right up here. Which makes sense. Okay, cool. So if we were to lose the level, right? Let's bring all this in. If this is actually the high, and this is it, right? And we are going to break down. This is what we're looking for. So we got a range bound environment over here, right? Let it do its thing, whatever he wants to do, right? He can go up, do his deviation, whatever he wants to do. Once he starts stepping in, finds resistance, bearish market structure, I'll be targeting. First target will be these lows over here, and then we're going to go into this area of consolidation right here. So that'll be target 1, target 2, and then we're going to try and squeeze into this high over here. Sorry, into this base of consolidation right there. That'll be Lunar C. And then from there, if we start to break below it and lose this low again, carry on the shorts back into this area here. So that's why we're looking for Lunar C for bearishness. With with this, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell because we're doing price discovery, right? So play it level to level, really, in all fairness. So it's been such a bullish move over here, to be honest. Yeah, it's been such a bullish move here. So the consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout, consolidation. I think we start losing it. We've done it twice now. We've done a 1 consolidation, 2 consolidation. I'm not convinced that we're going to break up and keep going higher. I'm not convinced because the way the market's looking at, we are still bearish macro-wise and whatnot. But the plans are there for Lunar. Okay? Nick, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Anytime, man. It's all good. By all means, man. You know, it's been a lot of love. I have no idea how this pumped. Lunar C is fucking gone crazy. Before we wrap up, thank you all. Big thank to you, Denk. I appreciate that, man. Lots of love. See you on Monday, 100%. Thank you so much for that. We'll do a weekend stream, a Sunday one. We'll definitely do a Sunday, a weekend outlook. I need to get back into that as well. Bro, sorry for asking this dumb question again. It's all cool. Can you please explain what's an X3 Archer? What do you mean? What's EX stands for? You said you made 6 times on your risk. It means that you must have taken high leverage trade. No. Oh, so look, in terms of leverage, I don't really worry about leverages. So if I do the day trade, I do like a 10x move. If I do a scalping, I look at 25, 50, 50x kind of move. It doesn't really too. Yeah, what happened to all-time high stream, brother? That's another question. All-time high, I got shut down by a lot of family members by that. I got really shut down by that. What happened? I'll tell you the truth, right? So, they weren't too happy that I was getting high publicly. Which is I can understand it as a Muslim, like what you're doing in it, that's really fucked up. So I haven't done that for a little while, but we can definitely do Saturday streams. But I'm looking to do Saturday streams instead. Yeah. It's a long story. Don't worry about it too much. Anyway, there was a number of family members who weren't too pleased about it as well, and but it is what it is. Look, I'm not here to offend anyone or whatnot. So. But what we can do is we'll still do like an all-time high stream as well, but I just won't get high. You know what I mean? What you call it? So, but no, what I'm looking to do now is actually try and fit in on Saturdays to actually do some of these education content itself, like the free ones, like how to open up, using trading views, setting up your trading views and risk managements and these little simple things, just to give people a grasp of what we can do and trading itself, so they have a little base on that. What time are you streaming next team? So yeah, with Gold Meta. Let me answer Gold Meta quickly, right? let me answer one by one, all right? Because I think like the chat is going down, and I'm actually losing mind of what's going on. I just need to have a look at Bitcoin. I want to put Bitcoin back up, just so I know what's going on. Pissed me off a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a little bit ticked off about the idea that I got stopped down the short. But that's what happens. Trading is like that. You know, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. You just got to play the next thing, and now you have a plan. We have our plans. We just got to let it unfold now. It's been a really, really strong move though. Really, really aggressive move. That's 12 hours of fucking 12 hours of up, which is madness there. So that now we need to look for some sort of consolidation. Then from that consolidation, let it do its thing. And we've got our plans there. So gold meta, you said you made 6 times on your risk. Oh yeah, so 6 times on my risk would be like 6R. So for example, right? I'll give you an example. Let me just do it on a cleaner chart. Let's just say, for example, right here, a long position. I took a long over here, for example, and I have a stop loss over here. So let's say that's my stop loss. What I'm saying is that this, and I'm targeting at a monthly open. You see what it says over here, 2.23R. What that means is that, like, if I'm risking over here, right, this is going to be my risk. If my stop loss is here and I'm risking $100, right, for example, and my target is 2.23R, that means $100 times by 2.23R means, by 2.23 means $223, right? So $223 means that's my profit. So when I'm looking at leveraging it, right, of this for this example, right, I'll do a 10x leverage. I don't do 50x stuff like that. The leverage things, it's a complicated thing, but you're risking your capital, right? When you're risking your capital, right, when you increase the leverage, the liquidity is now increased. So if I do a 10x move of this, for example, from this here, my liquidity, I might get stopped out over here, right? But I already have my stop loss here, so it wouldn't touch my liquidity. So, but if I do a 25x, it might come up to here. If I do a 50x, it might be over here, for example. So then if my stop loss is here, it will cut me, it will liquidate my account right over here before even there's a stop loss. We'll have to explain that on a video on risk management. I think that's a big question that most people ask. And I think that's be a video that we'll probably do tomorrow, actually. I'll let you guys know about that on Twitter. When I'm going to do it and how I'm going to do it. Sorry, and what time I'm going to do it, kind of thing. What's up? Have a good weekend, Joel. Good to have you here as well. This sounds dumb, but going to ask anyway. Yeah, by all means. To fill out inefficiency, it looks like you created inefficiency with the move. So now does the fast move up have to get filled in again? Okay, so inefficiency doesn't have to be filled out straight away. Okay, so for example, if you look over here, it's not a dumb question, by the way, as well. That's actually a good question. I'll give you that 100%. So you see what we got over here. We've got some sort of inefficiency right over here. We've got a little bit of inefficiency over here. We've got inefficiency over there. We've got some sort of inefficiency over here. You see how when price dropped down, it didn't have to fill out straight away. It grinded all the way up to fill out this inefficiency, but this inefficiency here hasn't been filled out yet. Okay, it doesn't have to fill this out now. This, right, doesn't have to be filled out over here. What it could do is send down lower, and then later on, you know, in the bull market, fill this out. Inefficiency, right, is a way to play the trade, right? It's another style of approaching how to trade a market, but you have to pay attention to what the market is doing, right? So you see how we got capped over here? If we were to reclaim and hold above it, then we start filling out this over here, coming into this base over there. If we were to reclaim this base over here, then we start filling out the next inefficiency, go then taking out these highs, for example. Okay, so just because we now have another inefficiency right now, as we have, look over here for another one, for example. We were playing in the range of June, right? So playing in the range over here. You see this fast move up over here. So this fast move over here didn't get filled out. Literally about 3 weeks later, you come into this area, it does fill out a little portion of it, but this inefficiency still gets left out. Then straight after there, right, when it does a stop run, breaks the slow over here, then it finds resistance and it fills it all out there, which means inefficiency doesn't have to be filled out straight away. It doesn't have to. Look, this movement over here, there's inefficiency. It gets filled out quite soon afterwards, come back down. But this one here took a little while, about 2-3 weeks. 3 weeks later, it filled out. So just don't get too caught up with inefficiency. But like use them as a style, as an approach, and then with ideas of looking for targets and filling it out when it comes to fill out. Okay, does that help? Yeah, we could do it privately with the CC. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. John Caboose, what time are you streaming next week? 10:15 normal time. 10:15 a.m. in the UK time is when I normally stream as well. Big love, Cruz. Appreciate that. Like incognito sig. I like that. To go check it out and I'll explain your question. Yo, Asgard, did you chart Lunacy? Yeah, I did. I did the 100C one. Not too long ago, just a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, it was listed on Bybit, which means there's a potential of shorts coming up. Cool, awesome. Yeah, I'm going to Binance conference. Oh, you mean next week when I go to Binance conference? Oh, that. So I'm heading down to Paris on Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday night. So Monday stream will be normal, 10:15. Tuesday stream will be normal, 10:15 UK time. Wednesday stream will be a bit different, right? Because obviously I've got the Binance conference going about 9 o'clock-ish kind of thing. What I'll be looking to do is I'll do the stream in the evening, on the like Wednesday evening, right? So I'll probably do one on Tuesday night to fill out Wednesday morning, right? Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll do one on Tuesday night when I'm filling Wednesday morning. That will cover that. Then time wise, I don't fucking know, to be honest. I have to tell you this when I get there, because what happened was is like I was going to France, right, and I was gonna book a hotel, and obviously I was gonna book a hotel. So I spoke to I got two aunts over there, and I got two of my cousins over there. You're gonna see them. One of them looks like J. Cole, proper Rastafarian, and he's a sick geezer. His name is Fire Shabs. That's his anyway. So I phoned them up. I said, yo, listen, I'm coming down to France. There's no way I can go to Paris and not come by and come say salam in it. And they got offended with the idea that I was going to go to a hotel. And they're like, who are you going to the hotel with? I go, no one. I'm going to be on my own. And they're like, so my aunt goes to me, and I'm very, very close to her. Like, she's like my best friend kind of thing. Like, we have mad jokes anyway. And so she started telling me, like, nah, you got to come and stay. You got to come and stay. So it looks like I might be staying at my aunt's. I haven't said anything yet. I haven't confirmed anything. But once I get to France, right, when I get to Paris, I'll let you guys know what the deal is in terms of time wise. I do land in Paris around 7:30 Parisian time, the French time. Around that time, by the time I get to get back and whatever and set myself up and shit like that, it'll probably be in the evening. So probably looking about 11 o'clock French time, 10 o'clock UK time. That's probably the time that I'll be looking to do it on a daily basis kind of thing. But I'll definitely let you guys know, keep you guys ahead of the time itself, okay? Also, we've got many inefficiencies. Yeah, got loads of inefficiencies at 69k. It doesn't need to be filled out right now or anytime soon. You can get filled out in the next bull run. So same with the 2018. So if you would go back to 2018, 2017 run, there was a lot of inefficiency that didn't get filled out to 2020, 2021. Awesome. Cool. So I'm going to head off now. It is 12:30 and it's Jummah time soon as well, in about an hour's time. So I got to go to the mosque anyway. So plans are set there. Hopefully that's been a bit of a insightful session in one way or another. And then we'll go from there. So catch you guys there. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much for being on the stream. Artemis, Cryptique, Joel P. Have a good afternoon. AI, Bam Bam, Nick, Gold Meta, Sebastian, the lot. My camera's now fucking turned off on me. But the good thing is, when I'm in France, I'll be using the webcam on the Mac. So we ain't going to have any problem with cameras. But yeah, take care, guys. Have a good weekend, champs. Speak to you guys soon.